Alrighty, let's solve another problem of stoichiometry. So this one is pretty easy. We are going to find how many atoms are inside a weighting ring of gold of a weight of, well, a mass of 4 grams. So what do we need to do? Oh, sorry, I forgot my marker. Alrighty, so we know that how can we relate the amount of mass with the number of atoms? Do we have something that does that? Well, fortunately, we know that the amount of mass, we can relate it with the amount of moles using the atomic weight or the molar mass. Okay, so what is the difference between atomic weight and molar mass? Atomic weight, it is for one single element, in this case gold, which is Au, and molar mass, it is applied for molecules, all right? But it is the same. So what relates mass with moles, it is using the atomic mass or the molar mass, and we relate the amount of moles with the number of atoms. I'm sorry, I was using apologies. Using Na. What is Na? Well, Na, it is a constant. It is called the Avogadro's number. So the Avogadro's number is 0.602 power 23. It is a constant of quantity. It is not related with amount of atoms, with amount of anything. It is just a quantity. I can say Avogadro's number of students, and that would be 0.02 power 23 students. It is just quantity. And anytime that I say that I have 6.02 power 23 of something, my abbreviation, it will be 1 mole of something. So if like the example that I gave you, if I said then I have 6.02 power 23 basketballs, so I will have 1 mole of basketballs. Okay? It stands for anything. The only difference, it is like it is in a unit of quantity. If we have 2 different objects, even when they have exactly the same amount of quantity, the weight will be totally different. Like if I say that I have, I don't know, 1 mole of atoms of hydrogen, it will weigh totally different to the amount of moles of gold, because the mass of them, it is totally different. So please pay attention to that. All right, so what we have to solve this, let's use the same procedure. So we have the mass. What is the mass? It is 4 grams. So we have 4 grams of a weighting ring made of gold. So we said 4 grams of gold. By the way, when we are working, always use the chemical symbols for every single material. Do not write me gold, because I will not forgive you. Okay. So we have 4 grams of gold, and I need to change my grams of gold into amount of moles. So what relates that? The atomic weight or the molar mass? Like we are talking about an atom, it is just the atomic weight. What is the atomic weight of gold? It is 196.97 grams per mole. I don't made up this value. It is inside your periodic table. Okay, I just find it. I not deduce it. I just find it on the internet. Okay, or in a periodic table. All right. So again, we can solve this in 2 different ways. Let's do it with the easiest way. So we say that we have 4 grams of gold, all right? And I know that 1 mole of atoms of gold, it weighs 196.97 grams. So I'm going to write that 1 mole of gold produces 196.97 grams. All right? Wait a second. No, I did this wrong. Apologies. Because I have grams, so that's the unit that I have. So I'm going to write grams right here, and above the unit that I want. In this case, is moles. So what relates this? It relates then 1 mole of gold. I have to erase it again. 1 mole of gold. Bloopers. 1 mole of gold. It is actually 196.97 grams of gold. All right. Now, what else relates moles? Moles relates the number of atoms or anything. So if I say that I have a mole of atoms of gold, well, I will write below the amount of moles of gold and above the equivalency. So I know that equivalency of 1 mole of gold, it is basically the Avogadro's number. So I will write the Avogadro's number above. So 6.02 power 23 atoms of gold. So I just complete this and the problem is solved. How much is that? I don't know. I don't bring my calculator. So bloopers, give me 1 second, I will calculate this easily. You can do the same using your cell phones. Well, no, cell phones no. Please bring calculators, scientific calculators to this, because we will start to use power notations, and sometimes smartphones do not read perfectly well these kind of notations, and we'll give you a wrong number even when you did exactly perfectly fine procedure. So if you write me the wrong number, it will be wrong, even when everything else it is fine. So please buy a scientific calculator. Alrighty, so Google calculator. Give me 1 second. Google calculator. Okay, so I have 4 grams. 4. So it is 4. It is times 6.02 power. And so I'm going to write it like 10 power 23. And that result, I'm going to divide it by 196.67, and the outcome of that, it is 1.22. It is 1.22 power 22 atoms of gold. And that's it. That's the amount of atoms of gold in a wedding ring of 4 grams. And that's it. Easy.